Welcome to episode 2 of Drape Dialogues with Aalo. Today's episode is all about Banarasi sarees.
Fashion comes back, that pause which you take before buying a heirloom sari, because there are so many varieties of these saris that you are confused which one I should opt.
What I know is about the weaving technique or the weaves and the motifs, which are like very intricate and very different from the rest of the world.
One has an open border and a very subtle look.
The one which is this one, it's a kora based Banarasi.
There is a gum on the silk threads. Contributes to the sari's weight is the zari that is used.
It's called our Mythbuster segment. Do we have something like pure Banarasi or an impure Banarasi?
Another very royal kind of Banarasi is the Shikarga Banarasi. What is the Zardosi work? But a sari to last that long, it has to have pure materials.
And I would like to bust one more myth with the help of you. Our Banarasi is always expensive. And I'm a very Bollywood person. Like, it was a dream. It was a dream. We can also look like celebrities, you know. Lights, camera, and action. Welcome to episode 2 of Drape Dialogues with Aalo. What comes in your mind when we talk about heritage and luxury in saris? Or even we talk about brides? No prizes for guessing. They are our beautiful Banarasi saris. And today's episode is all about Banarasi saris. We have Shauli Datta Roy with us to have all our curiosities answered. And let us know if you want to further have any questions, if you want to further ask anything in the comment box, and we'll try to answer all of it. Welcome back, Shauli. So let's
Thank you,
start the
Avantika.
adventure of Banarasi saris. So, as I was thinking about this episode, we Bengalis are very deeply rooted and very emotionally connected to Banarasi saris because for us the Banarasi saris is the essence of our wedding. It's our wedding attire. So, would you like to run me through your journey of selecting your Banarasi sari wedding attire? And followed by that, we can have conversations around that. How was it? Were you having butterflies in your stomach? What were the emotions that were running behind when you were choosing your own Banarasi for your wedding?
It was an amazing journey with Banarasi, right from my first Banarasi, which was actually my wedding day attire. And for me, I didn't get butterflies because I only get butterflies in my Viva exams. Otherwise, I don't get butterflies. So
That's
I was
true.
very much sure because I wanted the typical Bengali bride look with the topor, and I also wanted that red Banarsi only, maybe red or maroon, whatever I like after going
Shades
to
of
the
red.
shop. So I was very much sure that I will want that look only. So I went with my whole family, and everyone was looking forward to buy a sari which will look good. And we came across this trend that was going on at that time, which has recently come back. That is the Zardosi work on Banarasi sari. So now, what is the Zardosi work? It is the extra metalware embroidery made on the Banarasi sari. Like for example, if I have this Banarasi sari with me, this is
Mm-hmm.
a Musru Katan Banarasi. So it is made out of this greenish shade which you can see. This is the base fabric, and on top of it, interwoven is this zari work. If on top of it there is a metal embroidery done in the Zardosi style, then it is Zardosi Banarasi. So for me, I had gone ahead with a Zardosi Banarasi, but that was very heavy sari. And I was not sure if I can wear it myself, and definitely at that time I could not wear a simple cotton sari also myself. But thankfully, the person who dressed me up, she was an expert, and the way she draped that, it was very comfortable to carry on with the whole rituals. For me, it was a heavy sari, but if you know how to drape it,
How to
it is
drape.
easy to wear a heavy Banarasi also. So brides or the mothers of the brides or the mothers of the grooms, don't be afraid of buying a heavy Banarasi sari. Just hire someone to help you to wear it if you are not an expert. Being sure about what kind of Banarasi you want and what color Banarasi you want helps you to go to the shop and buy your own piece. Because Banarasi has such a variety that even the shopkeepers can't help you if you are confused. So today's discussion, which we are doing, is to certain extent to help people shop Banarasi as well.
Absolutely. It is an amazing journey, right from buying saris to preserving ones. I still have my grandmother's Banarasi sari preserved with my mom and my mom's wedding Banarasi sari preserved with me. Isn't it amazing? Like to keep
Lovely,
on
lovely.
the heritage and wearing them for generations. So that's like deeply inculcated into us and into our roots, and that's how I love Banarasi. I thought, why not explore more about Banarasis? It's a huge world. So, as you were rightly saying, that Banarasis, we, as we all know, are from originated from the city of Banaras, which is Varanasi. And how is it so popular, and what is the unique feature about it? What I know is about the weaving technique or the weaves and the motifs, which are like very intricate and very different from the rest of the world. So, for our viewers, could you elaborate on what is so special about Banarasi and why is it different?
True. So, if you can trace back the name Banarsi, it became popular around the 14th or the 15th century when the Mughals came in. And Banarsi, that which we know today with the floral motifs, they are inspired by the Persian style of painting or the Persian style of architecture or carvings that we find in stone or pillars or something. But yes, didn't Banarsi exist in India before the arrival of Mughal? It existed, but its name was different and it was done in a different way. And at that time, it was mostly done with only silver or golden thread for the royals. Mostly the royals or the rich people, rich class of that time used to wear those saris. Those saris are still available, but yes, they take a lot of time to be manufactured. Banarsis are special because of their intricate work. And when the Mughals came in, they brought in that delicate yet intricate design. If you will understand, if I show you this sari, see, each and every flower you can see in spite of the glaze, right? In spite of everything, the shear that is coming from the texture, you can see. And these are not just made in machine to look so nice. This is a
Mm.
handloom sari. So this is made by the hands of a craftsman who did it like a painting on the fabric. So that is the speciality of a Banarsi sari.
You were talking something about a machine or hand woven. This sari what you're holding, you were talking about that this is completely hand woven. So I was going through these various articles on Banarasi saris which talks about Powerloom Banarasi versus khaddi Banarasis, which are actually the hand woven ones. So for our viewers, it's a very confusing state when it comes to choosing a Banarasi, whether to choose a khaddi one, a pure hand woven one, or a power loom one. So, would you help our viewers in understanding a little bit about the power loom versus the handmade ones or the khaddi ones?
True, very much. I'll show you the difference. Like this one is the handloom one.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see the border of it, it has some dots, fine dots, if you can make out here,
Yeah.
some
Correct.
pinholes. Okay,
Correct.
so
Pinholes. Yeah.
yeah, so these pinholes were used to attach it to the frame so that the weaver could make it into the sari. But I have a similar pattern sari here. It the buta is also same, the border
Oh.
is also same. Okay, but if you find out here where I showed you the pinholes, here the pinholes
Yeah.
are not there. You can visibly see. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so but I place this sari here, here. Both the sides I'm looking grand. Both are
Absolutely.
going well.
Can't
Yes,
really make out between the difference between
yes.
Powerloom and khaddi in reality.
Correct. So, if you are thinking of investing in a heirloom sari, you can go
Mm-hmm.
for a handloom one. But
Yeah.
if you are thinking that I am just going for a outfit for one night, or maybe I am not sure I wear saris or not, then these powerloom versions are equally good because what makes these saris Banarasi is not just how it is made. This design, this intricacy, this floral pattern, this bhutas, this is what makes it a Banarasi.
I
The
couldn't
factor is
really make out unless I was into the business and understanding more about khaddi and understanding more about different weaving techniques, understanding more about fabrics. I really couldn't make out the differences because every Banarasi looks unique to me. Every Banarasi looks grand to me. So it really depends on what are you looking for at the end of the day, right? So
true.
if I could go back to what we were previously discussing, you had shown, and both the saris were looking fab on you. Just a compliment. The one
Thank
you were
you.
draping on both the sides, I could see you spoke about something about Musru Katan and something about
Yes,
a pure Katan. So,
yes.
this question is asked by many of my clients a lot of times, like, what are the kind of Banarasis? Do you have Musru Katan Banarasi? Do you have Katan Banarasi, Kora, which is like a Kora Banarasi? And do you have something like a Katan Banarasi where I show them these? So at times it gets very overwhelming for the people to understand what are the different fabrics. And when I ask them, okay, what kind of Banarasis do you want? Tissue, Kora, Katan, Mushroom. So they get overwhelmed. And but for the viewers, if we can just tell them in reality, like what are the different kind of fabric that would be more easy for them, to buy from us or anywhere else in the world, like when they're watching this video.
Sure. So if I come to the fabrics, Katan, a pure Katan, if it is spoken about, all the threads which are used, except the zari, it is of pure silk.
Mm.
So if it is a pure Katan, it always comes with a silk mark. What is a tissue Banarsi? If the cloth is tissue or the fabric on which it is tissue, then how is it Banarsi? It can be either made in Banaras, so it is called Banarasi, and the pattern on the fabric that is made, that is Banarasi. All right.
Absolutely.
And when I'm talking about saris like this one, the Mashru Katan, the longitudinal ones are mostly the pure fibers that they are using, or and the latitude ones they are using the semi-silk or the synthetic fibers they are going for,
Mhm.
or maybe plant-based silk they are using. So those kind, depending upon what kind of sari they are targeting to produce, they use that kind of fibers. But if 100% is that is used is not pure mulberry, it is known as mushroom cotton. But the look is almost same, but it is not same. If you will see these two sarees, you can
Yeah.
differentiate. It is very much shiny. It is a bit shiny yet matte finish. And if I
Mm.
take it near you, you can see the filaments clearly, but the
Yeah.
filaments are uneven in structure. But here, all the filaments look same.
So mushroom is also known for their shine and luster, right? That's the property.
Shine,
Because
luster.
I have something in my stock, a quintessential, beautiful red Katan Banarasi sari. This is in Katan again. This is in premium Katan. And if you compare the sari which you have in Musru Katan and to this one, the shine and the luster is still more in the Musru fabric, Musru Katan. And
Correct.
the softer finish, or like it's more soft when I touch and feel the fabric of these premium Katan. So that's also possibly, I was thinking, like what I have seen with my knowledge and handling of those saris is a unique differentiation that Mushroom
Correct.
gives more of a shine, and it's trending also these days. It's very popular
Yes,
these days. Yeah.
it's very popular. If you are opting for evening wear, you can go for this kind of sari because it gives a very vibrant color. And if you are
Yeah.
having a traditional function where it is on the daytime, a lunch on, you can opt for this one. It will give you a very pleasant
Very
look
subtle. Yeah.
and
Very
subtle
standard,
look,
subtle look.
yet way. I have another mushroom katan with me. I'll tell you the difference. See, that one was very heavily done. This one has an open border and a very subtle look. So,
Yeah.
if someone is wanting that I don't want to overdo it or I don't want to be overly traditional, they can opt this kind of sarees, which also give you a look which is rooted to tradition yet modern. And these kind of sarees can actually be sported with belts or those kind of contemporary looks
Modern
which we.
accessories, contemporary look.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Contemporary look, this kind of sarees are very good to go with. But
So
again,
I was
see the
thinking
luster.
just to let our viewers know that these two sarees are available in our stock and will be here very anytime soon. So if you want to pre-book the Mushroom Katan sarees which Shaoli had just shown, buzz me, let me know in Instagram and Facebook pages. Yes, yes, Shauli. What you were talking about, the styling of this sari, which is very modern, and I do agree because I like to drape something which is a very which gives a very modern finish, so that I can wear it anywhere I want. So that's my first priority. So, talking about these fabrics again, I had many questions from my clients. Like, even I asked questions to my close clients as well. Like, would you mind wearing a heavy Banarasi sari? So, one of our clients said that I won't mind, provided it has a heavy zari work into it. So, it is something like this, which I wanted to grab your attention. So this is the typical Katan sari with a heavy zari work into it. Typically, what we wear for brides, brides wear it. Or so she said particularly that she won't mind something which is heavy if it has beautiful zari, zari work all over it. If it has beautiful, intricate designs all over it. On the other hand, we have also seen our clients who really like to wear light, very light Banarasis, like the one which I'm wearing. It's like a Georgette one, or the one which is this one. It's a Kora based Banarasi. So very extremely lightweight sari. So could you tell us more about these lightweight and heavyweight and all those differences, and what are the causes that has the weight on it, or on the other hand, this might be hardly not even a 500-gram sari. It's a very lightweight, maybe 100 to 200 grams weighing sari. Extremely lightweight, extremely beautiful. And if you see, there is a shimmery organza shine to it. So let us know about more about this weight aspect of the Banarasi saris.
True. So there are two aspects which make the Banarsi having a certain kind of weight. So coming to the fabric, if it is a katan, it is made in such a way that the filaments are very closely bound and one filament is a twisted one. So one
Hmm.
filament is practically not one filament. It is having multiple
Multiple
threads
threads.
bound together to give it that opaque look. Kora Banarsi, it is made out of fibers that are not fully processed. There is a gum. on the silk threads,
Yeah.
which come out of the silkworm. Those gums are removed in the fibers of the katan, and those are not removed in case of the kora. So, if the
Mm.
gum is not removed, it helps to pass the light through and it gives that see-through kind of finish. But in the katan fibers, that gum is removed and then the filaments are made. So that way, the weaving technique that is used to make the fabric gives that finish, and the number or the amount of silk that is used varies the look and the weight of the sari. Along with it, what contributes to the sari's weight is the zari that is used. I told before also that in earlier days, gold and silver wires were thin
Wires were
wires
used.
and filaments were used. Today, gold and silver is out of reach for many people. But what mostly we get in high-end Banarsis is a copper ware coated with silver or gold plated. So that is
Mm.
a high-end Banarsis. Coming to the mid-range Banarsis, it could be a copper coated with silver or copper coated with a synthetic gold polish, golden color or silver color polish. So,
Mm.
or sometimes even it is the thread and then a synthetic kind of polish. I'll show you one sari. This is also a Banarsi brocade sari. It is also a kora,
Mm-hmm.
almost similar to the one you showed. See
Yeah.
through?
See
Yeah.
through.
The pattern is also almost similar to the Banarsi you are wearing. Okay.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
here, if I show you, so the threads are there. These are gold, giving a golden color finish, but these are
Mm-hmm.
not metal threads.
Exactly.
These are filaments of artificial, like foil kind of thing, which gives this finish.
Mm.
So the look comes, but it is very lightweight. But once I include metal in these threads, it gives the weight. Like for this Musru Katans, these are having more weight than this one. Just
Mm.
because its filaments, if I show you, those are not visible, but on the back side, if I show you, these are having some metal part inside. And the silver or the grayish color Banarsi which you showed,
Yeah.
if you can show the back side of the sari, people
Yeah,
might
absolutely.
understand the presence of the metal is widely visible, and that gives the weight and that gives the grandiosity to the sari. So, depending on what kind of look you want to sport.
Going to the next segment, which is again uh, busting some of the myths. It's called our Mythbuster segment. So, can you tell us, Shauli, talk when we were talking about these? Do we have something like something like a pure Banarasi or an impure Banarasi? Is it Banarasi is classified as pure or impure? Or like if somebody is buying a 3,000 rupees Banarasi or a 5,000 rupees Banarasi for their wedding, depending on their budget, should they be upset that they have bought a, artificial Banarasi, or should they be worried about it?
So, it's not like what is real Banarsi, what is fake Banarsi. What is real, what is fake depends on the motives. You have to
Right.
take care of the motives which you are seeing in the sari that you are buying. If it is Banarasi pattern and if the person who is selling is able to trace you to Banaras, then it is a Banarasi sari. These days, the problem is that many replicas have come up, but what the government of India has done is that they have classified if the sari is from the looms of Banaras, then only it's a Banarasi. So the work that is done, that is Banarasi, that cannot be taken away from the sari. For
Exactly.
example, we are buying different kind of rice. I may be buying a Sona Masuri, you may be basmati rice, but both are rice, right? You are also
Correct.
cooking rice. I am also cooking rice. Both are rice. And here it is, the variety is different. That's why so much confusion around the Banarsi. And with the advent of modern days, people want easy to wear, lightweight, which they can carry, they can enjoy the functions. And for that necessity only, these different varieties have come in. It is Banarasi if it is made in the looms of Banaras, if it is made in the motifs of Banaras. That is very important because the Persian style of painting which inspires a Banarasi sari is the discriminatory factor of Banarasi from other kinds of Indian saris which are zari and mulberry silk or mushroom silk within it.
Just when you were talking about the price, I wanted to elaborate to our viewers on the on this segment particularly, which tells us that some of the Banarasis we have seen, it starts from 3,000 INR to even it goes to 1 million, 2 million INR. We have seen is what we generally see. That all depends on the type of work and the type of whether it is handloom. Just summarizing all of it, what you are saying, handloom or machine made, or what is the material that is used, whether it is pure katan or there is a mix of material. So it all depends on actually what's the purpose and what are you wearing, how much money do you want to invest on that. It all depends on what your taste is like.
So when we go to buy a Banarasi sari, the one thing that we have to be sure is we identify the motifs that define a Banarasi sari.
Sari in my stock, and these floral designs are also truly Banarasi saris, right?
Yes, these are truly Banarasi, and this kolka design, which we Bengalis call this kolka, the Banaras people they call it mango design. So
Yeah, mango.
mostly, yeah. So because it is like almost the shape of the mango. And Banarasi buttas, they are mostly inspired by things available in the nature, like the flowers, the animals, like the one which you are holding now, the swan pattern. And I'm sure you have another sari with a peacock pattern as well. So
Yeah.
those kind of motifs are very much common in Banarasi. Another very royal kind of Banarasi is the Shikarga Banarasi, where there is the motives done of hunting. A person, if someone is going to hunt, what they will see?
Wow.
They'll see intertwined vines and trees, and in between some animal figures will be there. But mostly in Banarasis, it is very rare to find any human figures. It is mostly animals,
Animals.
flowers, vines, or maybe fruits as well. Bhutas or
Mm.
mango, this kind of structures are there. In fact, architecture inspired Banarasis are also there. One very popular design that is the Ghats of Banaras style. That design can be available in various ranges of Banarasis, be it Musru Katan, pure handloom ones, powerloom ones. But what defines is the way the weaving is done.
So I have also seen a lot of celebrities wearing these kind of animal motif printed saris of late, and they love to wear Banarasi saris even for normal day wear occasions. I've seen Rani Mukherjee wearing a very nice bottle green Banarasi sari. Ananya Pandey, that was for similar to the mushroom silk what we have in our collection. Ananya Pandey, who has draped very similar to this one, and we have one more in a parrot motif Banarasi sari. They are really adorning Banarasi saris, and thus it is helping to revive the trend. So there was a myth, and talking about all these celebrities wearing Banarasi saris of late to to occasions other than weddings and everything. Talking about that, I have understood that many people have the mindset or the myth that Banarasis are heavy and they are not to be worn on any other occasions apart from weddings, and they are very heavy to carry, very difficult to maintain. So I come across all these terms and all these questions whereas when I show them, they are very surprised. If you can see that most of the times you have answered in in our questions that it all depends on the zari. It depends on the material, the fabric of the sari, how the fabrics are intertwined and how many threads are used. It depends on the zari work. It also depends on whether it is, how it is made. So if I show you this sari, this has the whole body of this sari. It's from our collection, and this is called raw mango silk sari. Again, raw mango silk is not a silk option. So I was busting this myth to one of our clients the other day when she asked about what's the material like. So I said raw mango has nothing to do with material. It's a kind of motif. If you see, this has got very rare antique colored motifs. So it's not very shiny golden, it's very antique motif. It has antique motifs. And that's the specialty for raw mango. It's a designer inspired label known as raw mango. And that's how it got the term raw mango sarees, raw mango Banarasi sarees. So some of my clients say, do you have raw mango silk? What is the texture like? So we don't have anything like raw mango silk sari. It's just about the motive and the pattern which you see here. It's antique motif. And this sari, on the other hand, it might not be more than 200 to 300 grams, Shauli. So it's not about like if it has got work in it, or even for that matter, I have got one more sari, which is like a semi khaddi one. Whole thing has work in it. The shikari type of sari Banarasi, which you were talking about, the jal work and the intertwines and all these things. If you see, the whole sari has work on it, but the weight of these saris are, minimal. It's like your regular wear. So it's totally a myth that Banarasis always and always have to be heavy. And I would like to bust one more myth with the help of you. Our Banaras is always expensive. I think we have answered that already. No, right?
Yes. Yes, we have answered that, and by now I'm sure all the viewers also know what makes a sari get a price tag based on the type of ingredients that are making the sari or in the way the sari is made. Because if a person is dedicating 6 months to make a sari, it will definitely cost 1 million. But if
Absolutely.
it is done in one day, then it will cost lesser. It's a simple logic, right? So but yet, if the same material is used, you can reach the desired look also. But again, the only thing is that why are you buying that sari? If it is my wedding day sari, I would like to hand it over to my next generation, or I would want to wear it on my 25th anniversary. But a
Hmm.
sari to last that long, it has to have pure materials. Otherwise, it will not last that long. For
Absolutely.
example, certain materials which are synthetic, over a period of time, they might lose the luster. But if it
Hmm.
is a pure one, then that luster will stay. So it's only that. Now, if it is an investment, if it is a heirloom that you are looking for, go for a particular one. If it is the look that you are going for, like if I'm celebrity inspired or I want to sport a celebrity inspired look, then
Yeah.
I go for a sari like the one you are showing. It will give me the similar look, but it will not pinch my pocket. So that's the way to go forward with our traditional saris because it's not always possible to buy a heirloom sari. And again, we don't want to wear the same sari repeatedly.
You don't want to
It gives a
repeat them, right?
monotony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I want to ask you, what was the look that you were looking for your wedding?
Oh my God. I'm thrilled to, say, particularly when we are discussing about this, that I'm a very Bollywood person. Every friend of mine knows that very well. I'm a very Bollywoody person, I would say. And I wanted to look someone like Anushka Sharma or maybe Deepika Padukone, what they were wearing in their receptions and wedding. And I had given very, very precise and clear requirements to you. I remember it was red and it should have small buta works. I did not want the jal work, or I did not want the heavier motifs. I wanted very minimalistic, small buta work and a very nice border, whatever suited the best. And you got a perfect one for me. Couldn't have been like, it was a dream. It was a dream. Just I couldn't imagine myself that I would look such good in my wedding reception look. I couldn't imagine that we can also look like celebrities, you know.
So, and if you can see the two looks, both the sarees and both the looks are giving an equal vibe, and it is very easy to sport a very designer look or a very opulent look if you just know what you want to buy for Banarasis. So that's the beauty of a Banarasi sari. It does not show the price tag. It just improves your look. You look the best when you are wearing a Banarasi sari, just if you know what you want, what you are comfortable in. I always say that if you are comfortable, you can sport any look.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. So thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that in. Amazing, amazing. That was so much of information, probably for our viewers. And we had thanks, Shauli, again for clarifying so many doubts and so many question marks we had regarding Banarasis. And it's a huge topic. I understand that it cannot be completed by conversations over one episode. So let us know if you would like to know more about Banarasi saris. We will be happy to solve, to resolve, to answer back whatever your queries are. Do subscribe our YouTube channel and show us some likes, comments in the YouTube link, and also subscribe to our Aalo Australia Instagram and Facebook pages. Let us know if you like something from our collection which we had shown today, and if you would like to book something for your any occasion. It, as we said, that Banarasi is not specific or limited only now to weddings. It's spread across all occasions. Thank you so much and hope to see you again with another episode of Drape Dialogues with Aalo very soon. See ya. Bye bye. Namaste.